you've got any comment. And if you are a returning member, thank you so much for your support, and your effort is recognized. Like we said, this YouTube is for educational purposes, and nothing is said here, is taken as any advice. So otherwise, today we're talking about some interesting topic, because now, most of the time, especially on the Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I usually have my meetings with the team, where we actually, delve deep into issues that can actually affect us personally and emotionally and mentally, or whatsoever. So that's why it's important for us to unlock success through communication skills, which is our topic today. So I'm sure you are fascinated already. What are we going to talk about? It's very important because now, I'm sure a lot of you are entrepreneurs, a lot of you maybe are into sales. So you being into sales, it's going to help you, develop yourself and then drive sales crazy. So that is the whole game of our topic today. So make sure you join me, make sure you like, and you can share this with anyone, so that people can learn how we can actually explore personality, understand the conflicts that are happening, and boost our entrepreneur journey, because most of the conflicts are happening because of how you approach things. Sometimes you find that what you call lack of communication, it's just misunderstanding. So very interesting, right? So now let's explore in the personality, because usually everyone have their own personality, right? And maybe have you ever wondered why all these conflicts, why you having all these conflicts arises? Let's explore and understand, our personality that shed the light in this. So, for example, let's say, for instance, you are an introvert, right? And then you being an introvert, maybe you prefer written communications. And then while extroverts, obviously, they thrive in group discussions, right? And then recognizing these differences, we can even enhance collaboration. You get it? So that's why it's important, so that we understand how we're going to build our entrepreneur journey to the best level. So very interesting. I'm excited. I don't know about you. Throw the comment below. Let me know how you feel about this topic. And through my meetings with the team, I came to understand different personality that my team is made of. I get to understand, okay, oh, here I'm working with this personality, here I'm working with this personality, and then here I'm working with this personality. So now that actually even help you, better your communication with everyone after understanding all their personalities, right? So it's going to help us propel, through our success, especially if you are into sales. It's going to help you drive your sales crazy, because you are in the communication of people. Your job puts you in a place where you need to communicate with clients, you need to give solutions, and you have to be there all the time. So it's going to help you, especially when you are doing your calls, meeting in the morning, calling your clients. You planned your calling list, going through everyone, right? So obviously through communication, you're gonna understand that here I'm dealing with different personality. Not all clients are gonna be the same. So us understanding all this different personality that our clients have, it's gonna help us, build the better communication and make sales at the end of the day. So it's going to give us strength, right? So let's give example, right? We know as an entrepreneur, right, being self-aware helps you leverage your strength, right? So that's why it's important to always be at a point where you are aware all the time. And let's say, for example, if you are right, I'm going to talk about different personalities. Yes, we have yellow, we do have red, we have green, we have blue, right? And I'm going to, at the end of this video, I'm going to ask you, what personality do you actually fall under, right? So, and when you are yellow, for example, your nature emphasize customer relationships, right? You are all about business growth, all right? You are responsible for driving everyone into creating relationships and driving the business growth. So now I came to a point where I needed to mirror characteristics. I mirror personalities, right? So what do I mean by mirroring characteristics? Obviously, in order for you to see yourself as someone better, you need to mirror. So you can mirror the success that you want. That's why it's important that you have a leaderboard. Make it very exciting, and whatever that you want, put it on that leaderboard, right? It's going to help you mirror your success, right? And then that's how you're going to also train your mind each and every time when it recognizes that certain visuals. You can then manifest and then create better habits into helping you manifest what you want. You see, so it's very important that you learn the art of mirroring characteristic, just mirror characteristics to hence client relationship and drive yourselves like crazy. Are you guys excited? I'm already burning. So now, for example, let's say maybe for example you are that person who have maybe the identity of just identifying people all the time. You just love identifying people, so it will also help you identify a client as a detail orientated, like maybe a gold organizer. Here you're dealing with you know airlines and stuff like that. So now, before we waste much time, I just want to ask you this question. Are you curious enough to let go of all the personality that you feel like it's not really working for you? So it's important because once you know what you want, you can then decide, oh my God, I just want to be a successful CEO. And then you find, the personality that works with you being the CEO. You do your job description, you do your to-do list each and every day, you work on it. So you see already you're developing yourself. Obviously going to be a better person. So it's very important that we master the communication skills with everyone, whether from home, your relationship, your family, your business partners, everyone master the communication skills. That is going to build the great personality. So at the end of this YouTube video, I'm going to give you a personality test where I'm gonna be asking you different questions about what kind of personality do you have. I really want to know what kind of people am I talking to here, right? So I'm very excited about that. So I'm sure already you're asking yourself, what personality are you? Which is very important question, because a lot of people, they don't get to ask themselves questions. Hence I did that video, guys, if you saw it on Facebook, where I was talking about are you actually thinking, or is the mind thinking for you? Because most of the time people, they don't have thoughts of their own, right? Thoughts just come into their mind, and already already they go with those thoughts. They don't have a domain. You must always have a domain. Let's say for example here it's you're conscious of the moment. Instead of you judging anything or labeling identifying anything, you just be in the paradox, right? And be in the point of power where you're not taking any sides. Just like a coin. If you take a coin already, so we've got a head and a tail. So do you see that side of a coin? That side of a coin. That's where you need to be. The point of power between the head and the tail. The point of power between you making any choice of judgment, any choice of labeling. So it means you're conscious of the moment. You are not actually judging anything at that time, at point. So I'm just trying to charge my laptop. I'm running out of. So I'm gonna have a meeting, guys, just in the coming hours. So if you'd like to join us, it's gonna be a business seminar. It's gonna be a business webinar. Sorry about that. So in case if you want to join. We do have a seminar though. Upcoming seminar, it will be on the 9th of December. So you are also invited, Premier Hotel. So make sure you contact me via the comments. You can reach out on WhatsApp for the details of the seminar. So otherwise, our upcoming webinars will also be, we'll try to, by all means, to be up to date and updated all the time on YouTube, so you guys can always learn all the time. So are you actually red? Are you blue? Are you yellow? Or are you green? Because there are different, personality that people have, and then you also need to know what personality are you, so maybe you are red, maybe you're green, maybe you're yellow. So this also will help you understand yourself and understand other people as well, and understand how you communicate with each and everyone, because communication skills, as I say, it's very important that you learn how to talk with others, how to, in everything. It doesn't matter whether it's in your business, it's in your relationship, it's at church, it's your family, it's your brother, your sister. So it's important, guys. It's very important. So drop the comment below. Let me know what you really think, guys. Are you yellow? Are you blue? Maybe you're wondering what characteristic is yellow, what characteristics is red personality. So before the end of this video, I would have explained all those different different characteristics. So stay tuned, because this is going to be an exciting one. So at the end, the purpose of this webinar is to make sure by the end of this webinar you do understand the personality that you have, and you're going to work accordingly to how you plan. I'm going to take you through everyone, so you also have a better understanding, because a lot of people, most of the time, we think, okay, maybe I'm red, but then you find you're yellow, you think you're green, sometimes you are blue. So you can imagine you can really imagine, because I would like to share my story. So actually, I can say green, because actually in the past I grew up as a humble person, understanding, listening, and trying to save everyone, saving people from conflicts and stuff like that. So it's all about peace, actually. So but as time goes on, you know how hard life gets, you end up becoming red, because now you need to learn how to strengthen yourself. You need to know how to build through, how to understand people. So I can say the hardness of the life obviously tends how to change as well your personality. So it's very important. So let's go deeper. So what do we mean when we say someone is red? So when we say someone is a red, it means they've got strong leadership, right? They are fast-paced thinkers, and they are risk takers. They are purposeful, right? They have a purpose, and they are drivers. So they are strong-willed. If, let's say, you want to do something, come up with a vision now, they'll say, let's do it now, you see. So those are high energy people, competitive, they're very rational. So you may recognize many of those qualities in many leaders. As they take ownership, they need to be fast paced in their thinking, take risk, be purposeful, right, at all times, and be confident with it. So they don't like waffle and tend to lack patience. So they are very people with patience. So if you want to help, maybe you want to help a red, right? And maybe in a work environment, you need to be maybe demonstrate the benefits that come with the details. You see, so tell them the benefits that comes with the details. It's all well and good having a destination, but cutting corners can cause problems. So they need to know everything. After they successfully completed a project, they're focusing more on the details. you know Maybe have a chat with the team, have the chat maybe with people about the benefits doing this, using real life examples. They will need to know what am I going to benefit in doing this. Those are red people. And then we've got, actually my partner is a red, and because he's someone who is very purposeful, someone who is someone who I have employed as my manager, so that he can manage me. So most of the time he comes with the task. Hey baby, can you do this and this and this, complete this and this and this? And if I don't complete any of the task, then they're gonna be conflicts. So I really need to be as well push myself to do more. So that's why I always love being focused, so that I don't miss out at any opportunity at any given moment. So it's very important to be conscious, and so that helps me a lot. And then we do have blues as well. Blues are deep thinkers. Here we're talking about people who are analytic in nature. They're very detailed, very focused. They're even formal in their thinking. They can come across as being aloof, but deliberately in their approach, you find that they are precise. They pay very attention to small detailed things. So blue people, they like things in their places. They're very organized, with their good management skills. They are very strict on time. They don't miss any appointment. So they'll always be there in time, and they're capable of coming on their own conclusions without having examples of others pushed at them. Blues, they can come across, let's say maybe a perfectionist due to their logic, due to their systematic, due to their precise, and their deliberate approach to the problems or solutions. So blues they like having all the facts, and they logically put together every answer that is suitable. They don't like details. They don't like absence of facts or any figures. So they're always up to date. So while taking their time, being throughout most important day, sometimes we're working to maybe tie the deadlines, and sometimes you find that you're just busy, right? In this instance, let's say maybe a blue at this time frame, their importance is finishing a project. They're focusing on finishing a project. So be sure to support every blue that you encounter. Explain the importance, because now they need to know all the delegating task. They need to know everything. So this is another way how you won't feel any pressure or maybe worry about the burnout, but you will also understand they need to pick up the pace, and they will also have to help others to be successful if necessary, if people are willing. So what are you? Are you a red? Are you a blue? So let me know in the comment section, and let's go deeper into it. So yeah. So now, oh, sorry about that, my phone. So now let's dive deep into greens. I'm sure you can be a green, just like me. So greens actually are people who are cool, and they're very calm, right? These are people who are very relaxed. They're very patient. They are easy to get along with and very informal in their approach. And greens are social, they're focused on relationships so that they can come across as emotional, and they are much slower paced in their thinking, and they're very democratic, people. They are very understanding, agreeable. They don't like pushy, being pushy. So they don't like being put on the spotlight, and maybe they can spot uh, if it's necessary for them to do it, you know. But because of their laid back, the attitude, sometimes greens tend to be like friction. So they would advise discussing any criticism in private, you know. So they need maybe reassurance not to take criticism personal, but rather professional. They avoid maybe being shutting down emotionally, and maybe greens sometimes they tend to you know, not lead the conversation in a one way situations, you know. Say they love seeing the other possibilities of conversations and bring it to the table. So it may be that, you know, they need to ask questions to prove more of a response, you know. Those are greens, those are people who love you know, putting questions to prove more of a response, just to prove more of a response. So you can imagine. So I'm more like a green and a yellow, um or green and blue. So but we'll get there, right? So now let's talk about the yellows. So what are yellows? So when we talk about yellows, these are, let's say maybe um they are the life, they are the soul of the party, you know. They are very sociable, very expressive, very imaginative, and very enthusiastic, you know. Yellows are very informal, very optimistic, very animated, you know. So this is very much more like me, you know. Their imaginations can sometimes run away with them, as they are very fast-paced thinkers, you know. Yellows are very relationship focused, are very visionaries with obvious high energy. They don't even like opinions being suppressed, too much detail, and then interactions as well are impersonal. So are you a yellow? Maybe you are yellow as well. So because yellows are such high energy, sometimes it can be difficult to gauge whether you are not even taken in what you've said. This is very much of me, you know. So you need to strike the right balance between confirming they understand what you've said and being patronizing. Yellows are typed to engage in non-work related conversations, and this can sometimes be a great way to striking up, you know, a good relationship with them. This is very much like me, you know. So I love being, you know, I love being engaged in non-work related conversations. So I remember yesterday I was in a meeting with my partner, CEO and CFO position. So what we were doing in the meeting, so he would be focused at work and you know, doing his work, and I'll be busy there talking about non-related work conversations, you see. So but that's me being me, you know. So those are personalities that you need to understand, that different people who have different personality. So I'm very passionate about finding, you know, the right match for vacancies, ensuring they stick and add value in my business for growth. So that's why I do a lot of interviews with a lot of people to understand them, you know. So I also maybe like to partner with the, you know, their employers, their sub IBs as well, so that I understand their sub IBs, see where I can help them, and you know, form a good community together. So that's what I love to do. I love outsourcing, you know, recruitment functions, and my personal recruiter, let's say maybe the services that I offer, you know, I make sure that at the end of the day, everyone have the education, you know. I really love giving people the education behind what I'm doing. So it's more about me being the coach, the trainee, the speaker, you know. So like I said, in conclusion, it's either you're red, you're blue, you're yellow, or you're green. So usually the red would say, let's do it now, right? And usually the yellow would say, let's do it together. And then the green would usually say, let's do it in a caring way. And then you find that the blue says, you know, let's do it right. So there are different personality, you know. Based on that characteristics and personality, let me know what you really think about every information that I've just said here now. So otherwise, I wish you all the best for your business, cause now being a point where you understand people that you're working with, you understand, because now when you understand your client, right, you're gonna serve the client with that need that they need at the time. So it's more like you are developing yourself through helping others, so which is as well something that is a conscious decision that a lot of people overlook. So it's time to change. It's time that if we want to go to the upper heights, right, we need to change now. So let's change, guys. um, we are also helping salespeople understand how they're going to drive sales, of which is going to be my topic for the next, um, because I'm going to be live much often from now on, because all I want to do, guys, this conversation that I'm having is usually I'm doing it for my community members, because everyone who's in my community members, they go through trainings. So in the morning, let's say 9 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, they go through morning sessions, right? So it's more like a personal one where each and every one, they come and then share their story. Personal story, could be anything, but this is because of growth, right? We want to grow, we want to give out each other solutions. What can you do when you are dealing with such an emotional trauma? So otherwise, uh, the reason why I also did and explain all these personalities is because of sometimes, you find that those personal traits for an individual can have several potential risks, especially if assessment is used in a significant context. Let's say it could be as an employment, could be as a relationship, can be as a personal development. So now you find that the reason why there are miscommunication and misunderstanding, could be in your relationship, your employment, anything, is because of, if someone is incorrectly labeled with certain personality trait, it may lead to miscommunications, misunderstanding, because sometimes you think you are red while you are green, right? You forget your personal traits because you are trying to adapt to something. Yes, it's good to change, because obviously everyone wants to be a point where um the self-orientated, they do what they have to do now, and they stick to what they said they would do, right? And they are planned, they're organized, and so all that. So but communication, as I said, it's very important, because now that won't give people expectations, then would give people reactions based on their false assumptions. So sometimes you find that they have unfair judgments on others, maybe incorrectly taking a personal trait that can lead you to unfair judgments and being biased. You're always biased all the time, you're always in judgment all the time. Because now individuals may be treated unfairly or denied opportunities based on their traits, that don't accurately reflect their actual characteristics. Let's say, for example, sorry about that. My phone is currently running out of battery, but it just charged now. So sometimes you find that it's not only that, but limited personal growth. You're not growing because of the personal traits that you are, possessing. They don't align with your true self. They might be discouraging, you from exploring and developing your genuine strength and weakness. This is very serious, guys, very personal, because now this can limit your personal and your professional growth. So imagine all this time, you're limited in so many ways, but you don't understand what's going on because of the personality that you have developed at the time. You see, so that's why it's very important that in strained relationships, let's say if in personal relationships or workplace, you wrongly assumes that someone's personality may lead to strained interactions and conflicts. People might feel like they misunderstood something, or not appreciated for who they are or who they are truly are, so such things as well can lead you into a conflict if you are not being your true self. So now you need to understand yourself in a way that you understand your true self, and you understand truly, you get it. So now, because now this is going to create an impact on your well-being. Now, let's say, for example, you incorrectly labeling someone, it may affect their self-esteem. It may affect their mental well-being. They may maybe sometimes internalize some things, or assign traits. They can actually even potentially lead into stress, anxiety, and sense of maybe inadequacy, so because people are not feeling enough at the time because of the impact on the well-being. So it's very important that we understand all these different personal traits. And sometimes you find that it's not only that, but ineffective team dynamics in the groups, guys. When you are setting your teams, you have misjudging individuals. You find that some personalities can hinder the formation and the effectiveness on the teams. You find that maybe you've got the assigned roles or responsibilities, right, based on the inaccurate personality assessment that may lead you to suboptimal performance. Because if you're not aligned to who you truly are, obviously the results won't be good. So that's why it's important to go deeper into ourselves and understand what personality may I portray that is not aligned with who I am. We've got ethical concerns, because now the reason we are doing this course, remember, we're doing it for business, so that you as a business person, you can thrive. You as a salesperson, you can thrive. So now when you have ethical concerns, it means now you are using personality assessment for hiring decisions, maybe promotions or other life events without solid foundation. It can even lead to those ethical concerns that I'm talking about. So you see how deep this gets, how deep this subject gets. So it's important to use reliable and validated assessment tools all the time so that you can avoid the unfair practices. You see, so because a lot of people, they don't understand, what things are they getting themselves involved into. Cause and effects. What you do all the time, the choices that you're having, obviously they have the effect. They have the effect, that is the consequences. So as an organization, maybe you have a business, or maybe you as an individual, invest more time on yourself, right? And invest more self in assessing your personality, so that all this can help you as well. Maybe you are a person who is in investment, you are a person who is in sales, in everything. Imagine now, at the end of the day, you need to yield expected returns. So how are you going to do that if your personality is not aligned to who you truly are? Because obviously you're going to be impatient at some point. You end up making wrong decisions, which lead your investment into bad investments. It's very important that we be very conscious of our being. We recognize everyone in the work field, and we try to build good communication skills, because that's going to help us develop ourselves and bring great outcome. Because in the process of everything, in the process of you being focused at work, at your work, maybe on working on your goals, or anything could be what you want to achieve at that moment, there's certain outcome that we are looking into obtaining. Process and outcome, right? So now it means you need to acknowledge the effort that you put in, right? You need to learn the lessons each and every day. I always say I'm a student every time. I always learn all the time, right? Because I don't believe in having to learn something today and then that's it. We are day-to-day students. We need to learn all the time. Read a book, go to a seminar, watch podcast, make sure that your mind is always busy, you feeding yourself knowledge, you're seeking wisdom all the time, so because that's going to help you to fully achieve any ultimate goal that you want. So obviously, yes, in you achieving your goals, there are what we call setbacks. You're learning from your setbacks. View as setbacks as opportunity, you know so there's negative, there's positive. It's duality, so because that will also help you analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, use your experience to inform your future actions all the time. You go through your drawing book. Okay, this is where I went wrong, I can improve next time. Yeah, so you are growing. That is growth. So, and obviously, after every setbacks, now you have flexible adaptations. You need to adapt. You need to be flexible. You need to be willing to adapt to your goals based on the changing circumstances or new information. Because now we live in the age of technology. Everything is just changing, frequently all the time. So it's important that you be flexible, be willing to learn, and see how you're going to improve if there's any improvement that you need to do. Because sometimes, we thought we wanted to be involved or gain clarity in something. So as well, those factors change. You need to define success beyond achieving goals. Recognize that, success and self-worth are not solely determined by achieving specific goals. Consider that aspects of your life, such as relationship, personal growth, and your well-being, you as your well-being, it's important indicator in your success as well. Self-compassion, practice self-compassion, treat yourself kindness with kindness and understanding, and especially all in during the challenging times. Understand that, this is just a moment, it's a situation. You don't have to define it as a challenging situation. It's just a situation like any other situation. Just that uh, if maybe it doesn't bring you excitement at the time, doesn't mean it's a bad challenge, right? So avoid harsh self-criticism. Stop this harsh self-criticism, and remember that everyone faces setbacks and obstacles in their lives, right? They don't talk about it on social media. You just see everyone, wearing nice clothes, posting everything that they want to show you, but they don't tell you the process, the setbacks, how they got the outcomes. So it's a process, it's not a destination. So now, as well, after all the adaptation, you adapting and being willing to learn, you need to celebrate progress. Celebrate both small wins, your achievements there and there. Acknowledge your efforts, no matter how you mirror, or how you mirror those minor, thing they may seem. It's all about you as well, acknowledging your effort. Doesn't matter how small they are, right? Regularly reflecting on and appreciating progress. Appreciate progress, boost motivation, and have a good moral. If you don't know how to do it, seek support. Share your goals and supportive friends, maybe with your family, maybe with your mentors, maybe with your members on the groups. Everyone, having a support system can provide encouragement, guidance, and different perspective during tough times, because we need that. We're human. Everyone has a mind, body, and a soul, so we really need it. So we also need to reframe, right? So sometimes you need to adjust to small basis, evolving maybe your priorities, your values. It's okay to change courses, but it's important that, if you change your course, if your goals is no longer aligned, you can just change it. If your aspirations are no longer aligned, you can change it. Why stick to something that your aspiration is not aligned to? Because I know a lot of people who are doctors, who are nurses, who are not really happy in their field, right? But then they rather stick to it because it brings sense of security. They just want to be secured, right? They want to know that, okay, each and every month I've got certain amount of money that is coming to me, right? And of course they need an increase, but it's not easy to negotiate increase, because even if you tell your boss that I'm quitting this job, he would actually usually say, okay, what if I pay you maybe 10, maybe what if I increase your pay maybe with 10%? If they increase 10%, is it enough to make you stay? Is it enough to make you stay from you chasing your goals? So that's the question you need to ask yourself. So it's very important that we really understand, what are we focused on? Focus on motivation. Find motivation for your goals. Identify the deeper reasons behind, what you want to achieve all the time. Beyond any external validation, or any societal expectations. Just make sure that you find motivation for your goal, and so that you can align to it, you try to achieve it. This can even provide a more endurable source of motivation, because you really need it. So otherwise, guys, remember, the journey toward achieving your goals is often as important as the destination. But it's not about just getting there, because a lot of people are rushing to get there. But the question is, what are you going to do when you get there? So it's better to be in the process, understand your growth, find and understand yourself, your personality, your everything about yourself, while you're also working on your goal. You see, so understanding that's a process. Through that process, you're engaging with people, you understand, you're helping people, you're impacting. So itself, that process being a process, it's already creating an impact, it's already leading you into a destination, right? But I always say there's no such thing as a as a true destinations, because we are all thriving, to go even beyond. Once you get there, you want to go even more. You want to, the destination never ends. That's why I say, if you are a millionaire or you're a billionaire, you always want more millions, even when you have a million. You see, so it's very important that we understand ourselves, because a lot of people want to be millionaires. Even someone who doesn't have a million, they'll say, if let's say maybe a government, they would give us all the millions, let's say each and everyone in this world, they give them a million each. Do you know that within a day someone would have finished that million? Within a week someone would have finished that million, right? Someone would be broke by today after receiving the million. Why is that? Someone would take that million, build it, put it in an asset portfolio, let it grow and generate more millions. So you see, the personality that we have, the different mindset that we have, different characteristics, the way we think is different, because of the way we were raised, by communities, the way we were taught. So we really need to unlearn so that we can relearn, because I always say, are you thinking, or is the mind thinking for you? Do you have the mind of your own? Is the thought that you're thinking maybe based on you just being unconscious, and you maybe taking them from media, you being brainwashed? So it's very important that we remember who we are, so we can thrive in everything that we do today. We can impact the world in a different way, and change the world for the better. So otherwise, this is Side Hustle CEO, and thank you for joining me today.